Welcome to How to Housewife. Today we are doing a recipe that I've been wanting to show you guys since July last year. So let's get into these Easter egg cheesecake. Okay, so here is what we'll be using today. I'll put the exact measurements in the description below. When you're getting your Easter eggs, make sure that you've got those hollow ones and make sure that they come in a carton because you're going to need something to store them in, especially while they set and before they're eaten. Now the Philadelphia cheese I'm going to leave out. The cream's obviously gone back in the fridge. The Philadelphia cheese we want to soften. So before we make the cheesecake filling, which is a white chocolate cheesecake filling, we are going to get into these Easter eggs. We're going to unwrap them all and we're going to take the tops off so that we can put the filling inside. So I'll just show you the best method to do that. So I'll just unwrap them all. It's important to make sure that the eggs are room temperature. Don't put them in the fridge because when you try and take the tops off, if they are cold and rigid, they will start shattering. You want them to be soft and pliable. You want to just put a teaspoon tip in there and then just pull it away. And then just work on the sides until you've come down far enough. So probably about 3/4 of the egg. You want it to hold as much cheesecake as possible without being so narrow that it doesn't have the right look and it's too hard to get the cheesecake into the egg. So I'll take the tops off of all of these and then we will start making the filling. Okay, I'm going to mix everything up in a food processor today. If you don't have a food processor, if the cream cheese is soft enough, I would say you could probably use an electric mixer. I haven't personally done that, but I don't see why you can't. So first of all, we're adding the cream cheese in, which I've just broken up a bit so it doesn't all form one lump when it's trying to stir it. And we're pouring in the sweetened condensed milk, and I'm just going to give that a really good blitz. I want it to be completely smooth. You don't want any lumps of cream cheese in your cheesecake. So run that until it's smooth and I'll just show you the consistency when that's done. So you want a thick cream consistency. Next we're going to add the thickened cream. So you want to add 300 ml, which is about half of the tub that I've got. And I usually just eyeball this. I don't usually measure it. It's up to you, however you like to do things. So give that a good mix. It doesn't need too much of a mix because it's just mixing cream through something that's already nice and soft and ready to go. Next step, we're going to go over to the stovetop and we're going to melt the white chocolate. So I've got white chocolate melts. It's 200 grams of white chocolate, so whether you're not use cooking chocolate or melts. I've got mine just over a saucepan of water in a bowl. And once that's all melted, I just set it aside. You don't want it to cool so much that it starts to solidify, but you also probably don't want to pour really hot liquid chocolate into a cold mixture. Okay, so I'm just pouring the white chocolate in. Sorry, that is not the best camera angle for you to see, but it just all goes straight in, and then we're going to turn the mixer on again. So next we're going to mix up the gelatine. So this is what makes the cheesecake set. So I've got really hot water. I've got probably 2/3 of a cup of really hot water. And I'm adding 2 teaspoons of gelatine and you just have to stir it for a couple of minutes usually until it's all dissolved. If there are any lumps of powder or anything that's not dissolved, I usually just take them out. That looks all good. So just tip it straight in and give it a mix. Okay, so this mixture is done. I'm just putting a little bit aside and we are going to colour that, and that is going to make up our yolks, the yolks of the cheesecake, and the rest is going straight in as it is. So I've put just a couple of drops of red food colouring. Don't put too much because it will go pink. And I end up putting quite a bit of yellow food colouring in. And this is purely because I don't have orange food colouring. If you've got orange food colouring, just use that. So at first it turns out a little bit too pink, and then I just add some more yellow. It's up to you what look you're going for. I would have liked it to be a bit brighter, but I didn't want to add too much food colouring. So it looks pretty good. I think that'll do. Okay, so next we are going to slowly spoon the white egg, I guess the egg white you could call it, the white chocolate cheesecake mixture into the eggs is a bit of a process. So I'm just going to show you the first one and then we're going to move on to the yolk, but do all of the white cheesecake ones first and then we come back and do the yolks after. So that's them all done. They've been in the fridge for about 10 minutes while I did some cleanup, and now we're going to add in the yolk. So you want to do this very slowly. It's very hard to clean up drips, especially if they drip on the white chocolate. Now obviously this is all going to taste the same, it's just the food colouring that makes it look a little bit different. You don't have to use my recipe if you don't want to. You can use any set cheesecake recipe. However, just have a think about the look you're going for and what colour the mixture is going to be. So something like a French vanilla, for example, would be fine. A chocolate flavoured one might look a little bit weird, but if you're just going for flavour and you're not going for presentation, then, you know, just do what you want to do. And that is them ready to go. So I am going to put them in the fridge for, well, overnight really, but at least half a day. If you make them in the morning, you can have them in the afternoon. We do have mixture left over and we're not going to waste it, so I'm going to make a little bonus cheesecake. Just popping it into a container and we're going to make a pretty design. So if you have more eggs, obviously you can just keep doing eggs, but I didn't have any more and they are a little bit tedious. And look, it's like a latte. So pretty. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video.